LG isn't always the first to show off their flagships every year, and once again, they were the last ones. But the wait was worth it. The LG G4 is one of the best phones I've tested out this year. Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Mo here with Hex Technology, and this is my review of the LG G4. It might look like a G3 at the outside, but a lot has changed on the inside. They also showed us the LG G Flex 2 earlier this year, which was our appetizer for the G4, which was our main course. And what did we get? An upgraded version of the G3 and a somewhat curved version of the Flex 2. Let's start off with the screen. This is a 5.5 inch, somewhat curved display, and it has a QHD display, which looks very nice outside, and it's just a very beautiful screen and has great visibility outside as well. And the screen is pretty much what you do everything on the phone, and the screen is something that should be appealing to look at, and that's exactly what LG delivers on this phone. Next, let's talk about the performance. If you're worried this phone is slow, you have no need to worry. This thing runs like a charm. It has a Snapdragon 808, but I'm not sure why they went with this, since they did have a 810 processor in the G Flex 2. But the HTC One M9 did have the 810, and it got pretty warm in just a couple minutes of using the phone. And it also has 3 gigs of RAM in it, so it works very smooth, and it's a very battery efficient processor, so props to the 808. Okay, so let's talk about the camera. Lots of people have been comparing it to extremes such as the DSLR and have been calling it or naming it the best camera on a smartphone to this date. And I might have to agree with that. It has a 16 megapixel camera with a f1.8 bright sensor. And with all the fancy talk out of the way, the pictures that are taken with this phone are just awesome and look so good. One thing I didn't like was that there were definitely some noise on the photos, but if you look at the photos that are on the screen right now, they just look awesome, and sometimes some of the pictures are so vibrant and have so much detail, you could zoom it in and even make a different picture out of it. So let's talk about the feel and material they used on the phone itself. The feel is very nice, and it has a curve on the screen. There's a really nice feel to it in the hands, but it's all made with plastic, so it doesn't have that premium feeling that flagship should have. But LG is offering leather backs, but there still isn't that premium feeling in the hand because it's still covered with plastic all around. But when life gives you removable backs, you get a removable battery and expandable storage. And you can fill this thing up with a crazy amount of 2 terabytes, and when you think about that, that's a shit ton of storage. So let's get into software. LG is shipping the phone with Android 5.1 Lollipop, so you're good on upgrades for a while, but the skin that they put on top of it, it's just something I don't like, and I've never liked LG's skin that they used, and it just feels so fruity and colorful. But there are a lot of useful features on this phone, and I personally think one of the best features on this phone is the double tap to unlock feature and the dual window feature. And in my testing, I mainly use Nova Launcher because that's the way I like my phone, kind of stock Android, so it looks good with that. But if you're not experienced with Android, the LG G4 is a pretty simple phone to use. And there's also some cons with this phone because not every phone is perfect, and actually no phone is perfect. And first, there's a lack of a fingerprint sensor, so for security and just being able to buy things such as a non-iPhone with your fingerprint, it's just something that I've been accustomed to, and it's something that I miss on other phones that don't have it or don't work as well on it. And there's also no wireless charging, and LG's making you buy a separate back just to have wireless charging too. So getting onto the battery, the international version, which I have in front of me, has 3000 milliamps, while the United States model is a little on the low side, but not much. It has 2900 milliamps. But nonetheless, the phone lasts me all day, and I'm constantly using it more than I even should. I take it off the charge about 9 a.m. and put it back at 10 a.m. and I'm not even close to being done, probably like 15 or 10%. So I can honestly say it lasts me all day. So concluding this review, I think it's really hard to stand out in the smartphone industry market lately, and I think LG has definitely stood out. This phone has a removable back and a killer camera, and having expandable storage definitely seals the deal for me. And if these are important things to you, look no further. This is the phone you should be throwing your money at, and you'll definitely be getting a solid phone. So this concludes my review of the LG G4. If you have any comments or suggestions for this video or for the phone itself, please share them down below, and I'll be hanging it down in the comments, and I'll make sure to get to all of you guys' comments. And I apologize for being absent for a while, but I'm back in full effect. Please make sure to like this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace, guys.